Hey everyone out there, welcome to another episode of Uncensored Solar TV, brought to you by my amazing team here at Solar Wolf Energy. Today we're going to dive into going forward, rip the solar salesman. What do I mean by this? I mean the days of a solar guy basically coming into your home unprepared without maybe an iPad or a book or some kind of information with documentation showing you the system size and everything else. Because I'm sure if you've called and you've met with a few solar companies, you know that up until about now, it may or may not, depending on who you've called, may have not looked like this, which is they came in, shook your hand, kind of took a look at your system, your house, your roof, whatever, got right into about solar, kept it about the return on investment for you, how much you would make and or save, what kind of panels you were doing, maybe whatever, and some other incidentals, but it was about here's why you need to do it, here's the warranty, any questions, right? And for years, this is how it's been. Now we have a combination of you, the consumer, are far more educated today. You guys have a lot more questions, and that is perfect. That's where a lot of us that do it the correct way in the industry, that's what we want. We actually enjoy and we implore that you guys ask the questions because it shows a sign of you've done your homework. You guys care about the environment, you care about your home, you care about your money as you should. Those are three very important things. But also the technological questions, and what I'm really getting into now is going forward, the amount of batteries that are going to be sold. So with that, let me get into the point. What we're talking about is going forward, pretty much from Q2, Q3 going forward, there's going to be a pretty big change in the solar industry space with regards to energy storage. Now, as we know, there's a lot of Tesla Powerwalls and LG Chems, and we have companies now entering the space that have never before been in it, like SunPower and Enphase. Generac, a very well-known, very respected generator company, bought the solar optimization company. It came along with the Panasonic battery. So now you have a Generac system, right? So now there's some pretty big players that have just jumped into it from spaces they were never in before, as well as companies that have always been in solar who are now doing their own batteries. For you, the potential customer, this is a good thing because competition breeds lesser margins, we'll say, for the manufacturers, but more competitive pricing for you. Now, here's what you really need to look out for is when you're calling to have a solar company come to your residence or your business, make sure if you're actually considering batteries that you ask this question ahead of time. And I say that because the majority of this industry at this point still doesn't actually understand how the batteries work or the financial time of use and other things that factor on how you're going to actually use the battery. And what I mean by that is batteries aren't just, well, my lights went out because there was a thunderstorm or it's snowing. There are other places in the United States where you get charged more for using or having solar than for those who don't, because it's called a time of use charge. When you look at solar throughout the country, it's kind of irritating for those of us in it, in the fact that from state to state, and even some of these other states, county to county, it's like different worlds. And the permitting process, the interconnection process with the utility company, some utility companies are kind of trying to remove so you can't have batteries. There are agencies out there. I'm not even going to try to correct that. That's just straight Porky Pig right there. There are agencies out there that are working with us solar companies and solar manufacturers, installation companies, and the finance companies alike that are advocating for you, the customer, to try to get these so you can have the batteries. This is a good thing. So what I mean is when you have a solar sales company, rep, what have you, come to your home, Now what you have to have is somebody that understands the whole arena of solar and how that works, and explain that to you on an educational side, but also go into the tech side of the batteries. And it may put you to sleep, but it's information that you need to know. It's questions that you should be asking. Do the research ahead of time. It will do two things for you. One, it will save you time, number one, and probably a lot of headache if you buy something you didn't think you didn't need because you didn't do the homework. But two, it will put the solar sales rep on the spot and squeeze them to see if they're really worth their salt. And at the end of the day, we all value our time. So if you're gonna have a stranger come into your home to talk to you about solar and storage, spending 15 minutes of your own time on your phone, a podcast or two, going to or from work, being prepared will save you a lot of money potentially, but definitely a lot of time. When we're talking about batteries, right, what we're really talking about is not just the simple, oh, well, power goes out, batteries kick on. What we're really discussing here is the smart homes that we have out there today, the thermostats, the Nest thermostats, all these other things. Not right now, but in the very near future, our batteries will be able to speak with our phones as well as the solar arrays. But all of the Alexas, the Siris, and all these other things, right? They're all gonna be tied in. We're gonna have a display in our basement or our garage, wherever the batteries are kept, showing you real time, which you'll have an app on your phone, and it will show you what your battery is running, and maybe in conjunction with your solar system. So you'll have the batteries running this, the solar's running that. If you don't have the roof space where a solar system will be able to do it all by itself, and then also charge the battery so that that evening the battery runs. And as you can see, I'm getting pretty long-winded with all this, because there's a lot of information here that you guys really need to know. And I can't stress enough that when you're having a company come out, do a little research, put them on the spot, asking them the technical questions, and make them deliver for you, okay? So with that, I just wanted to say, it's important that solar education is increased and more awareness is out there for all of you, the potential and or maybe current solar purchaser, right? Whether it's for your home or business. And that's what this channel really is about. So if you like what it is we're doing here, the education, and if we're feeling we're bringing you some value, smash the subscribe button. We really look forward to growing our channel here and trying to really educate as many people interested in the renewable energy and in green environmental move that we're doing here. So with all that said, thanks for watching another episode of Uncensored Solar TV, brought to you by my amazing team here at Solar Wolf Energy. Thank you.